Hello, and good evening.
Ready? Yep.
No, slow down. I said the hip, hop, the hip to the hip, hop. You don't stop, but rock it to the bang, bang. Boogie, sit up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie, the beat. Now what you hear ain't not a test, I'm rapping to the beat. And me, the groove, and the friends are gonna try to move your feet. You see, I am the Wonder Mike, and I'd like to say good evening, Yesbar! Good evening. I thought I would start off my set with the whitest performance of a rap song you've ever seen in your life. And don't get me wrong, folks, I'm a little bit nervous, so to calm the nerves, I went home and watched Thunderbirds! How fucking amazing is Thunderbirds? Any Thunderbirds fans in? Yeah, especially love that one episode of Thunderbirds where Thunderbird 5 accidentally gets overtaken by the voice of the Mr. Ons. You'll get that in a minute, but folks, this is my first time in the Yesbar, and I think I should introduce myself. My name is Ross, and I've got a bit of a problem. I'm a hypochondriac. I worry about getting ill. It's one of my biggest fears. I worry about getting ill. Like the other day there, before coming out to do this gig, I got an email sent to me, and this email had no subject heading, and it didn't tell me who it was from. All it said in it was, "Cancer. We are coming for you." I thought, how the fuck did they get my email address? That's the thing, never mind going for a diagnosis or a checkup at least. No, somebody has given cancer Wi-Fi. That's worse than iCloud. I think it gets worse, because like on the way here, I was on the train and I saw this Metro newspaper, and it must be true, because it was in the Metro, right? But it pretty much said on the front cover, "Warning, half the population of Scotland will get cancer." Now people, I've done the maths on this, right? Bear with me, I'm going to save all your lives, because I've done the research. But if we were to split Scotland, right down the middle, split Scotland in two, and we called one half the all clear half, and we call the other half Dunfermline, we're going to be pretty safe, I think we'll be fine. That's just my guess. But I've always been a hypochondriac. I've been a hypochondriac ever since I was in high school. I've always been terrified of getting ill. Like, does anybody remember urban myths when you were in high school? Like if your mate told you, if this happens to you, that'll happen to you. If you do this, that'll happen to you. I was genuinely told by my best friend in high school that if a man was to pee on a pregnancy test and it came back positive, it meant he had testicular cancer. So fuck it, I bought free, right? Problem is though, I've got an overbearing, overprotective father, sort of like a militant figure, and I've got two older sisters. And I think the guy had a panic attack when he came across the pregnancy test in the bathroom. Oh my God, no, what are they doing? No, they can't be doing that, they're just my babies, oh! And I'm trying to calm him down, going, no, Dad, it's fine, they're my pregnancy tests. You've got nothing to worry about, it's because of me those pregnancy tests were there. After 20 minutes, he calmed down and just went, "Oh." Fuck off! Free pregnancy test. Son, you couldn't get one girl locked up, never mind three! I said, "Dad, you're lucky me and my sisters even look like you." I was grounded for 3 weeks after that. It wasn't fun at all. But I've always been terrified of my dad. My dad's one of those sort of big, militant, angry figures. Like, he's got that level of intimidation about him. Like, when I was a teenager growing up, this was the scariest sentence my father could ever say to me. "Son, can you come down here for a minute, please?" What for? "Just come down here for a second, please, son. I want to have a word with you." So I'm going downstairs, going for every bad situation I could go through in my head, figure what it is I've done wrong, just to confront my father, looking at me in the living room going, "Son." You seen what's on remote control for the telly? That's why you want to see me for that. Aye, well the telly's on, so I thought you were in here. Loose women's on, so you've definitely been in here. You were busy upstairs, were you, boy? No, Dad, I was just upstairs, taking another pregnancy test. It was a shite episode of Loose Women anyway. It was just Colleen Nolan talking about, gastral bands, and out of nowhere they were overtaken by the voice of the Restaurants. See, I mean, callback, it's going back there. But, I still worry about being a hypochondriac. I'm still a massive hypochondriac to this day. Like, at the moment, do you remember when swine flu was about? Or bird flu was about, the hottest new range illness you could get on the market, right? Right now we've got it with Ebola. Ebola's terrifying everybody. But I still remember those adverts that you would get, and it was just this guy in a white lab coat standing in front of a white screen, and he would say, if you ever find yourself with a sneeze, I don't know why he was Irish, but fuck it, we're going on with it anyway. He said, if you ever find yourself with a sneeze, the best thing to do is catch it in a tissue, put it in the bin, and then wash your hands. Now, here's the thing. If you're instructing people on how to treat a cold, no wonder we're afraid of contagion spreading in this country. I was on the bus one day, I was on my bus somewhere, and I saw this guy in front of me. He sneezed into his hat, and he pushed the bell I was going for without using a tissue. So in a blind panic, I pushed the nearest bell I could find, and there was one right next to me. And it was the wrong bell, because I ended up pushing the disabled person's bus stop bell. You ever push that bell on the bus? The disabled person's bell? They make it so fucking obvious that somebody's pushed it. Side shutters come down, sirens go off. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the buses. Please remain seated. We've got a disabled person leaving the bus just now. I repeat, a cripple is leaving the bus. And everybody on the bus is giving me awkward looks like... I look like such a dick going down the ramp. It gets worse. I've taken out life insurance now. I'm 23 years old. The fuck do I need to take out life insurance for? And by the way, that's just a joke question. It's not an actual question, okay? I did a gig in Perth once. I'm doing the exact same materials I'm doing now. I asked that question. This guy in Perth in the front row there just looked at me and went, well, you are ginger. Last time I checked, you guys were being, in danger of being hunted down. Trust somebody from Perth to mistake ginger people with fucking fox hunting. I'm taking out life insurance now because I saw the life insurance ads and they scared the shit out of me because the guy that's on it is just so smug. He just stands in front of this poor woman's distraught house and he goes, see that woman there? That's Barbara. Her husband's just died. She has to sell the house now because she can't pay off the bills that she paid towards the funeral. Oh, if only her husband took out life insurance. What a hindsighted prick, really, like that. What? There's no bigger dick. He'd be the type of guy that would sit next to you at the funeral if you were invited to and you'd go, if he just wasn't drinking behind the wheel, he probably wouldn't have had the crash. Why are you still alive, you cunt? It's scary stuff when you're filling out the life insurance forms because it's the same as any medical document or any hospital document you could get. Like if you fill them out, there's all these paragraphs and pages that are all very similar. And the one page that comes up that's very similar is the one that says, have you suffered from or are you battling any long-term illness? And every time I see that, I always write the same thing. I always write, yes. Hay fever. You laugh, hay fever's a genuine problem for me, I get all the bad symptoms when I've got hay fever. I get the swollen eyes, I get the running nose, I get the slurred speech. I start acting as if I'm either heavily stoned or heavily drunk. Which is ironic for me because I don't drink or do drugs. And it's hard to believe that in Scotland, I know, but it's true. But you explain that to the police as they pull you over. No, you don't understand, man, it was just the grass. So that's my fucking fault, man. And I give the worst example of my hay fever playing up. Like, I was out in the Glasgow Green one day. I was out in the Glasgow Green, the Glasgow Green, that big grassy area, good park. I was out there one day with my girlfriend for the purpose of this joke. And I was out in the Glasgow Green. It was a beautiful night. It was the night we had our first kiss. It was a night that was so passionate and it meant a lot to me. The only problem was, I had hay fever that night. And you cannot come across as either attractive or cool if you've either got a cold or hay fever. Chantel. The sky is so clear tonight and beautiful that you can see the stars tonight. And I see the stars reflected in your eyes. And they are shining and dancing like diamonds. Diamonds! Oh, I love you so much, Chantal. Everything about you I just feel great love. The way you look, the way you talk, the way you sound, and the way you smell, the way you smell. You smell just like... Do you have a tissue? Now, people, we're having fun tonight. I can understand we're all having a good laugh around the time. I don't mean to bring the mood down with this next thing, because I did just come back from hospital today.
Oh.
A bit louder, you're pathetic, Charlie, I guess. I just came back from hospital today.
Oh.
Thank you. Because I work there. Yeah, I know, it's ironic, a hypochondriac working in a hospital, but what can you do? You need to make money somehow, you know? But like, I've started working in this hospital and it's a fucking nightmare to work in. Because on my first day of work, my head supervisor looks to me and he said, right, we're gonna get you to work in infectious diseases. Sorry, sir, what? We'll get you to work in infectious diseases, everybody does it on their first day. They put me, of all people, in infectious diseases! That's like taking somebody who's afraid of heights skydiving into AIDS. They put me in infectious diseases, and it wasn't bad for me, but it was bad for the fucking patients, because you'd be pushing them along in the wheelchair saying, am I gonna be okay, son? Am I gonna be alright? Ah, you'll be fine, just don't fucking breathe on me, whatever you do. And everybody, like, there's a big thing, like the zombie, you know, apocalypse and all that sort of thing. I've seen the zombie apocalypse. If you've ever seen somebody with dementia and Ebola walking towards you, it's like Night of the Living fucking Dead in that place. Hey, look, Mr. Hammond's out of his bed. Shit, he's got hepatitis! I wouldn't mind working in infectious diseases if they gave you the proper equipment to work in infectious diseases. Like, I mean, when I got the infectious diseases call, I was expected to get fucking thick hazmat suits, thick black rubber gloves and fucking gas masks. No! What did I give you? Rubber gloves and plastic fucking aprons. You ever want to protect yourself from Ebola or any other disease? Just cover yourself in cling film, same effect. I'm going insane in the hospital now. All this daytime telly's coming on. Like, I was watching Pointless the other day though. And Pointless, it was just a waste of time. You know, Tim said something, Richard did that, and out of nowhere they got overtaken by the voice of the Mr. Nuns. That joke is staying one way though, I don't know how I was going to say it. But no, I got what's like, I'm starting to lose my mind in this hospital now, because I'm starting to get attracted to the people in the hospital. And I don't mean the doctors or the nurses, no, I mean the fucking patients. There was one girl I was looking after and I just thought, damn, you're really attractive. And we have a lot in common, this is great, we should start something. I mean, if you get better, we can take it outwards, it'd be great. Then it hit me. I work in the hospital, she was brought in, and I don't want to get what brought her in here in the first place. Mind you, if it's terminal, you know, commitment wouldn't be that much of an issue. We're not together anymore. I thought it was time that we had to separate because the relationship wasn't going anywhere, and I felt like the biggest arsehole on the planet, because having to break up with somebody while they're still in the hospital bed is not a good day. You're just lying there going, look, Laura, I'm sorry I have to do this, but I just can't see you anymore. I don't think the relationship's going anywhere, and I'm not changing as a person because of it. No, it's not you, it's the leprosy. Oh. I mean, it was going fine, but you're falling apart on me, literally. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of my set, and I want to thank you all for coming down tonight and supporting this night. But I like to give people a bit of advice when I finish doing my shows. I like to leave on a nice note. So the best bit of advice I can give you is, don't buy baby wipes. Don't buy baby wipes. It's a waste of money. It's false advertisement. You can wipe all you want, but the baby's still going to be there. It's too much. Ladies and gentlemen, Ross Hepburn, thank you very much indeed for coming out tonight.